Dude, it's getting so bad that even Critical made a video that's political. And that's, okay, the reason that's so crazy, that Critical of all people made a video on politics, is because he is the biggest fence sitter ever. Like, he's notoriously always been like, he never picks a side. Like, he's always just like, you know, I mean, I could see how this person and this, I could see how this person, you know what I mean? So for him to actually make a video, which I might watch it actually, because it's crazy. This just shows how bad it is right now. And it's called Brainwashing Situation is Crazy. This is the most political I've ever seen Critical.
Thinking that brainwashing and mind control was just something you see in comic books and cartoons. But now I know it's a very real thing that you can see happening daily in this country. Now, the big thing I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about a lot here. There's going to be a bunch of blabber in here and drool coming out of my mouth as I'm spitting, because I'm about to be getting pretty passionate. And the big focus is on the huge crypto collapse from yesterday.
What's his name? The dude who does like the deep dives. I can't remember his name, but he did like a whole video like detailing and breaking apart CoffeeZilla, right? Yeah, he made an entire video breaking it down, dude. And it's so fucked up how much Trump is doing, like how much he's scamming people. And then his little Trumpies, his little MAGA people are just eating it up. Yes, take more from me, Dad. Please, take more.
And the very suspicious, very lucky trader who was able to cash out $190 million off of it because they were shorting
I wonder who that
Bitcoin and Ethereum a day before and all the way up until a minute before Trump's Truth Social post announcing the massive tariffs on China, which crashed the entire market. And then 30 minutes later, they cash out $190 million. It seems like they might have known something, but that can't be.
And he keeps going back and forth on the tariffs, too, just to cash out.
Right? That would be corruption. And this administration doesn't engage in that kind of nefarious activity.
Of course not.
Except for all the previous times that this exact same thing has happened with Trump announcing things on Truth Social that people close to him that suckle his fucking teats must have had insider knowledge on, because they're able to cash out millions upon millions of dollars because of his rinse and repeat cycle of threatening tariffs, backing off.
See, I like this side. I like this side of Critical.
Tariffs, postponing tariffs, just fluctuating the market up and down, yet people in his inner circle must be privy to this knowledge because they are making absolute bullseye trades based on that before it becomes public. So this isn't really anything new, it's just the most egregious instance because you can literally see it. This account opens and starts shorting Bitcoin and Ethereum a day before this announcement, and then a minute before the Truth Social post goes live.
Yep.
Like, it's unbelievable. And if you're a MAGA cult...
And, bro, it doesn't fucking stop there with the scamming. Dude, the amount of, like, marketing and products, like that commercial of him selling Trump watches and like other Trump memorabilia, like he's in the commercial selling them. Like it's fucking insane how much money he's fucking scamming people. It's insane. I remember when Charlie was nervous to play Among Us with AOC because he didn't want to be too political. Dude, I feel like that just proves how far gone we are. Like, this dude does not ever dip his toes in politics. And if he does, it's a very gentle dip and he kind of fence sits. So for him, of all people, to be actually just, you know, full on just saying, hey guys, this is fucking awful. That just shows how bad it is.
It actually is unbelievable. They refuse to believe it.
Oh yeah, and the Trump Bibles. We can't forget the Trump Bibles.
They refuse to accept the very real reality that they are getting fucking hosed. Trump and Trump's family's net worth has exploded since becoming president. How do you defend that? Well, I'll tell you how. Because they say Trump is such a benevolent saint, he actually doesn't even keep his salary from being president. Wow, that's how much he cares about the American people.
He doesn't need it!
You fucking delusional homunculus.
He doesn't fucking need it,
The presidential
bro.
salary is actual peanuts. It's literal fucking...
Dude, isn't the presidential salary like, what, $200,000 a year or some shit? Like it's not, I don't even think it's that. Like, it's like, you know, in the 6 digits, bro.
Used condoms in the grand scheme of how much money him and his family are making throughout his presidency. When he was being...
Or is it 400K?
Fucking sworn in, he was still launching...
Yeah, but that's what it's like. It's not much. Like, sure, 400K for the average household is decent. But 400K for Trump, that's nothing, bro. That's chump change.
To 168 new products. And that doesn't even include...
168?
Things like his cologne that he launched, you know, the fucking Trump Gooch galore smell, the Trump watches, the Trump phone watches, and shit like that. So that has only increased the amount of things that he is hawking to the American people to buy solely to enrich himself and his family, his fucking meme coin and all of that. His family is going ballistic in terms of how much money they are making off of his presidency. Yeah. They're not even hiding it. They are just constantly making money off of you as you suffer and get less and less money. They get more and more. They are taking the...
Dude, that's what pisses me off so much, is you could present this shit to those people. You could be like, hey, look at this. Look at all this proof that you're getting scammed and you're an idiot. And they'll just be like, no, you're just being too woke, bro. You're being a fucking libtard right now, bro. Like, Trump's based, man. He's just based. You just don't get it.
Pizza and not even leaving you bits and pieces, morsels of the crust. It's sad, and yet people love it. They will accept it with a fucking smile on their face and say, please, give me some more. I've got more holes for you to fill. Please, come in here. I'm waiting. It's just absurd. They don't even stick to a single belief anymore. Like the Epstein files, I know I have made a lot of content on in the past, so I'm not going to regurgitate that, but the Epstein files are a really good example of how they really cared about the Epstein files, and they were really upset at the failure.
Weird how no one's talking about that shit anymore, right?
Of Joe Biden to release them in that administration, so they were hyping up Trump about all of his promises to release those Epstein files, which he has still not done, and still actively just like discounts, and the entire administration denying the existence of now. And this same group of people that was so excited for Trump to follow through on that promise is now like, oh, he didn't break any promises. In fact, it's just not even important. That's why he's not doing it. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, who cares about the Epstein files? We have so many bigger things to worry about. Like what the next product we're going to have to buy from Trump is. Like, they're just now saying, it doesn't matter. We don't care. We actually don't want this information. Actually, I believe everything they're saying now. Yeah, it definitely doesn't exist. Yeah, actually, Maxwell's probably innocent too. But again, I've already talked about that a lot. Let's talk about some other stuff.
Now we're busy assassinating TikTok debaters. Not only assassinating TikTok debaters, we're fucking arresting people for Facebook posts. There was a dude who made a post quoting Trump in a Charlie Kirk Facebook group. And he literally quoted Trump talking about how Trump doesn't give a shit about school shootings. And he was arrested and held on a $2 million bond because they were saying he was threatening to shoot up a school. When all he did was post a picture of Trump and then the text of him saying that he doesn't care about school shootings. And he is now in jail on a $2 million bond. That's real. That's a real thing that happened. Wait, where's it at? Let me find it real quick. I bet I can find it real quick. Yeah, right here. Man arrested for posting a meme in a Charlie Kirk Facebook group. And this is the post. This seems relevant today. We have got to get over it. President Trump on the Perry High School mass shooting one day after. That's what he posted. And the police called this post threatening mass violence and used it as grounds to arrest Tennessee resident Larry Bushart. He posted the actual Trump quote in the Perry County community group where members were organizing a Charlie Kirk vigil. And he is currently being held on a $2 million bond in the Perry County Sheriff's Office in Lexington. He faces a Class E felony charge for quote-unquote threatening mass violence at a school, which can carry 1 to 6 years in prison. Free speech don't exist no more.
The COVID vaccine. Trump just got a COVID booster.
Oh my God, I forgot. Dude, Charlie is literally just taking all, like, the things that I was going to talk about today out of my mouth. The fucking Trump vaccine, and everyone's like praising Trump for getting the COVID vaccine, even though he's literally the one who fear-mongered everyone into believing the COVID vaccine is gonna kill you.
Conspiracy, just out in the open, signed, documented, stamped. It is legitimate. Trump just got a COVID booster. And this administration has constantly played into the MAGA fear of the jab. That was one of the big things with MAGA, is like how this is, contaminating us, poisoning us. They're trying to kill us with the jab. And now Trump just got the vaccine booster, and those same people, like Gunther Dickelman, are now applauding him for it, sucking a fucking fart out of his butt for it, giving him a full rim job.
Oh, good! Oh, what an amazing president! What a saint! What a good president for putting himself, for protecting himself with a vaccine.
Like, yes, the president's healthy. This is great news. Meanwhile, only a few months ago, a big talking point from him and so many others is the COVID vaccine and the evil of it. But now
and because of those talking points, millions of people fucking didn't get it, and they died because of it.
Trump got the vaccine booster. Well, now they love it. Well, now it's great. Actually, Trump probably got the vaccine booster because he's going to immediately give all of us herd immunity. He is using himself as a selfless sacrifice with the jab, so that way his aura of being immune to COVID will help infiltrate all of us via osmosis. So now we're all immune to COVID thanks to Trump getting the COVID vaccine booster. Or some crazy shit, maybe. That one I'm just spitballing, but I'm trying to find ways they'll mental gymnastics.
I mean, that's pretty fucking accurate. That's genuinely accurate. It's like they think Trump is literally God, so I'm sure they're like, oh, I'm sure Trump would just spread his seed into all of us and we'll all be cured of the COVID.
Around it. But the sad reality is they're not even going to bother trying. They're just going to be like Gunther here and just be like the good little NPC drone that's like, anything Trump does is great. Can't wait to swallow more Trump meat. Even though it goes completely against all of the things he was talking about. Like, so many people that were talking about the jab and how evil it is and all of that are now celebrating that Trump got it. It's just so obvious. It's so blatant.
They legit called him the second coming of Christ, more like the spawn of Satan. Bro, Trump can literally do Griffith levels of horrors, and then people will still be like, yeah, you know what, I get it. I get it. I mean, it's literally the people who like empathize with Griffith being like, I get it. I get why he, summoned a bunch of demons to eat all of his friends. Yeah, I get it.
Like fucking cat turd. I don't think I've seen anything from him on Trump getting the jab here. Just radio silence, just crickets. It's just ignore things that make you have to think. That is the cult mentality of MAGA. Anything Trump does is perfect. Anything that makes me think that maybe there's something else there, I shut out. I plug my ears to.
Dude, wait, where's that clip? 1 second. Where's it at? Let's see if I can find it. Is it this one? No. There was a clip of... I can't... God damn it, where is it? Damn it. Okay, there was this clip of this dude talking to MAGA people and saying a quote that Trump said. And it was the quote about like how, in 10 years, I want to date you, talking to a 10-year-old, right? And the dude's like, oh yeah, Biden said that. And he's like, oh, Biden said that? He's like, what do you think should happen to Biden? He's like, oh, I don't know. I think he should probably get, locked up in prison forever, killed. Like, fuck disgusting creep. And he's like, okay, well, what if I told you Trump said that? He's like, well, I mean, what's the context? Like, how did he say it? Like, bro, it doesn't fucking matter with these people. It doesn't matter.
It is fucking horrifying. Trump is now building a Qatari Air Force base in Idaho. Trump has accepted a huge $400 million Wumbo Turbo Superstar jet from Qatar.
You mean a bribe?
Qatar. It's a crazy gift. That's one hell of a donation there. I don't want to talk...
That looks like a bribe to me.
The B word around too lately here.
Is it...
Bribe.
Yeah, all right, we're on the same page.
Nomenclature, but I mean, definitely smells a little fishy over here with that, especially in regards to what came soon after. He then signed a $5.5 billion deal with Qatar for a Trump golf course. yippee, that's great for the American people. More Trump wealth that he accumulates here through this deal.
God.
And now
Kill
he is
me,
putting
bro.
a Qatar Air Force base on our homeland soil. America first, right? Yeah, it's really America first thinking right there. Yeah, and then I've already seen the cope about how actually no, this is a joint training procedure. This is something that we do all the time, actually. And I saw JD My Chemical Romance Vance talking today about like how it's actually just all fake news and stuff. Even though they have literally verbatim point blank said exactly what this deal is, and he is just denying that. So not even the administration is in agreement on their talking points right now. It's a fucking mess. And still, people are so brainwashed and mind controlled that they'll just accept it and be like, this is great. This is America first, actually, to put this Qatar Air Force base in Idaho.
Did you see JD Vance getting kicked off the news? No, but I want to. You think things would have been different if Kamala was president? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
Oh, that's actually exactly what I wanted. And then Trump always finds a way to surprise me with some crazy schizo posting late at night. So his most recent one is the Biden FBI placed...
The Biden FBI placed 274 agents into the crowd on January 6th. If this is so, which it is, a lot of very good people will be owed big apologies. What a scam. Do something. Dude, this level of like delusion and gaslighting and fear mongering. The fact that people see this and they're like, yeah, he's right. Dude, my parents probably see this and they're like, oh my God, he's right. He's right. Everyone on January 6th was actually just agents. They were just agents. They weren't actually MAGA.
274 agents into the crowd on January 6th. If this is so, which it is, a lot of very good people will be...
George Stephanopoulos was on an interview with JD and he cut him off and kicked him off the interview. Dude, I gotta see that.
Owed big apologies. What a scam. Do something, President DJT. There is so much wrong with that. I think he forgot to take his suppositories because holy shit, Trump was president on January 6th. Biden did not control the FBI. But you know what?
Yeah, well, Trump said that Biden controlled the FBI and Trump said that Biden did this. So who are you going to trust? Reality or Trump's delusions?
Play ball here and dive into a fucking fever dream, a fantasy. Let's say Joseph Biden set down his ice cream, cracked his knuckles, and assumed direct control of the FBI on January 6th and placed all of these agents in here just as Trump says. Well, why don't you do something about it? You are the...
Guys, yes, Kamala sucks. She's not good. I hated her. I thought she was one of the worst candidates to pick. But yes, she's better than Trump. I think a fucking dead dog is better than Trump in office. Anybody is better than him in office. Literally.
President, who are you asking to do something? God? Batman? Like, who are you trying to call? Who are you trying to summon to do something? You are the president. So if this is real, why aren't you doing anything? This is a classic President DJT maneuver here, the entire administration really, where they're like, all of these crimes from the Democrats, all of these absolutely abhorrent, vile crimes that the Democrats have done. No more playing nice, no more Mr. Nice Guy. We're showing...
Fucking trying to wage war on the left for fucking nothing. We all know why we voted for Biden and Kamala. It was because they were better than Trump. Dude, that's what pisses me off so much is whenever like, I was talking to my parents about, I voted for Biden and I voted for Kamala. And they're like, oh my God, how could you vote for such a terrible person? You must love him. I bet you love him so much. And I'm like, no. Oh, dude, I fucking hate them. They suck. They're the worst. But they're better than fucking a dictator, Jesus.
Our teeth, we're baring our fangs, and we're gonna get something done about it. And then nothing. It's all just posturing. It's all performative. It is a game, and they are playing you. They are preying upon your gullibility and your inclination to be afraid, to constantly keep you in fear, because when you are afraid and when you are convinced that the other side is doing all of these things to get you, You are so fucking easy to control. You're so malleable. That's why they're playing that shit in the airports now about how, like, the Democrats are Satan and all of that. If you have all of this overwhelming evidence that you claim to have about all of these crimes and all of this shit that the Democrats have done, why have you done nothing? You would be just as guilty in that case. What is the quote? The only thing it takes for evil to succeed is for good men to do nothing? Well, if you know that all of this evil is happening from the Democrats and you're doing nothing, you're just as guilty. Like, this is so clearly obvious to anyone that's thinking for more than 5 fucking seconds. And you don't even need...
Okay, well, that's your problem. That's your problem there. They're not thinking. They don't use their brains. They have zero individualism. They are just like an amalgamation of nonsense. Like, these are the type of people who don't know, like, who do not have a individual thought. They just follow whatever people tell them to do. And they're so easily manipulated. They're uneducated. They're stupid. They just are. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, they're fucking lazy. They don't care to research. They just want to turn on Fox News and just get their brain melted, especially old people. I feel like that's why there's so many old people that are manipulated by this, is they just don't care to dig. They're too old. They're too lazy. They don't want to research. They don't want to learn because in their head, they already know more than everyone. And that's what they fucking lean into. They're like, yes, you know more. We know more than all of them. Trust me. You're the smart ones, not them. You're smart.
To be thinking for 5 seconds to see this new Truth Social stinker here that he squeaked out as any...
Psychologically speaking, people raised in authoritarian households grow up to be sheep who need to be told what to do for the sake of order. It's the path of least resistance. Good point. This is a good point. It is interesting because, like, it's such like for my family, for example, I'm the black sheep, right? In terms of politics and just kind of everything. Like I'm like the one who isn't grouped into them. You know what I mean? And I was raised in a household that was very conservative, very regimented. You know, like my dad was very stern and raised me in a very aggressive, stern, manly way. And it's like, it's interesting how if you get raised like that, it's like some people can just not turn out like that. Like I have a family who's full of druggies, who's full of addicts. And it's like the concept of not a single one of them being able to like break out and like not do drugs and like, you know, live a different life than them. It's very interesting concept of like how some people's brains have the capability to break out of like being raised a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's such an interesting thing, how some people can do it and some people just can't.
Anything other than just a sham. Like, this should just be alarming.
And I feel like that's MAGA, is the people who can't break out of the families that are, you know, raised on drugs or raised on abuse. The people who break the cycles are the ones who tend to lean progressive.
Into the mental decline of Trump. He was president on January 6th. He controlled the FBI, not Biden. Biden was probably out riding his bike to a fucking twisty treat. I don't think he was down there as the puppet master pulling the strings, putting FBI
he was eating ice
in
cream,
January
bro.
6th. It is so crazy, and yet people will just swallow it. They will swallow any shit that Trump feeds them happily.
Thank you, 2Z, for the 5 months. Guys, come to Sweden. We suck, but we suck far less.
When they know it's something bad, like Ted Cruz saying that he got into Congress 13 years ago.
I was raised in a very Republican household and my brain was like, something ain't right here, and I teetered away. It's like the same with religion. Like how some people get raised, you know, in a religious household, they're a very religious family, and some people stay religious, and then some people just don't, you know? Because it's not a case of nurture, because obviously some people, it just doesn't matter what household you grow into.
Solely to represent the interests of Israel. He is an American politician who openly states that he is here for Israel. That, again, like I said, feels treasonous to me.
Boy.
And I imagine most people in a different time period would feel the same. But because of how tribalistic politics has become, if you're a big MAGA enthusiast, Trump supporter, you have to somehow just hand wave that and support it because that's what you're told you need to do.
I mean, that's MAGA. You blindly support, that's it. Doesn't matter.
Even though anyone should be able to hear that and be concerned. Why does Israel have such a huge stranglehold on the American political landscape and such a massive say-so in how American companies do their business? And why do they even have like the ability to start making demands about what needs to be censored in regards to their atrocities on American platforms? It would be alarming to everyone if the political sphere wasn't just, I have to support everything from this side no matter what. It is fucking scary. Now, I do want to make a mention of something. It's not all horrible, awful news. There's actually a ceasefire going on right now. And
I did hear about that, yeah.
I can only pray that it sticks. With Netanyahu, you never really fucking know. But I can only keep my fingers crossed and pray for the absolute best for the Palestinians and hope.
Yeah, did you guys not hear about that? Yeah, there was a ceasefire recently. They broke it already? What? No, you're fucking lying. You're lying, what? It just says, as ceasefire begin, a look at the Gaza war by the numbers. It doesn't say anything about how it broke yet. They broke the when? What the fuck? The ceasefire was what? Yesterday? I hate it here.
That going forward,
are we really surprised? Not necessarily, but disappointed.
People of Gaza will no longer need to fear being massacred by Netanyahu's IDF. Now, I know I said at the beginning of the video, the focus of this was going to be on the crypto collapse and the super lucky guy that happened to make $190 million going against all rational thinking and against all the odds. Truly a miracle. But I couldn't help myself. This is just so preposterous. But now, let's finally dive into the crypto collapse. CoffeeZilla made a video going over this. It's extremely well put together, so I'm going to be showing you some clips of that as we talk about it.
I don't even know what...
Oh, okay. Well, I was actually going to watch the CoffeeZilla video, but we're going to watch a video of me reacting to Critical reacting to the CoffeeZilla video, because I was going to watch this today, but this works too.
What this is. I think this is all legal, kind of. I don't think it should be, as you'll see.
Thing is,
crime is legal, you know, if you're a politician.
Even if it wasn't legal, it wouldn't matter. There will be no justice pursued regardless, because I think it's pretty clear that whoever this is, they are part of Trump's inner circle of cronies, and they had this knowledge beforehand, what was coming, and it doesn't take a genius to recognize that imposing...
Your car is watching the stream and he looks so stressed out? Why is your car watching my stream? What the...
These huge tariffs on China was going to have a huge effect on the market. So it was a pretty easy opportunity for...
Your car is just watching the stream hoping that I'll be talking about the gas prices and be like, please, I hope the gas prices go down so I can move around more.
For them to short with that knowledge in mind and make an unbelievable amount of money. Again, if it is legal, it shouldn't be, like CoffeeZilla says, but even if it isn't legal, it won't matter.
No, my cat? What happened to your cat?
Because they're not going to do anything about it.
But the question is, what did this guy know? Okay, how did somebody make $190 million while everyone else was losing their shirts yesterday? If you don't know,
it's almost like he set it up.
It was one of the biggest crashes we've ever seen in crypto. And someone came in 24 hours before and started placing shorts against the market. Short is just when you bet that the underlying asset is going to go down in price and you will make money on that. Now, this all started October 9th. At 16:39 GMT time, they start accumulating this Bitcoin short.
So T-minus 24 hours until the rest.
He means his cat? Yeah, what's wrong with his cat? He's in the car? Okay, that makes sense.
The rest of the world knows this information about the impending tariffs. They come in with $80 million that they start shorting Bitcoin with.
Jesus Christ,
That is
dude.
not like a gamble or anything. That feels like they knew for sure something was going to happen. That is a crazy amount to come out of nowhere with to short Bitcoin.
Now, the amount is unusual, but that itself is not the unusual part. Then we have Ethereum starts to get shorted at $349.
See, this is why I'll never, ever, ever understand why people invest in cryptocurrency. Unless you're like a fucking frat bro who idolizes Elon Musk and Trump and like thinks, yeah, maybe one day I could be a billionaire too. It's like, how can you fall for this shit, bro? It's literally the entire thing is a scam so rich people could scam poor people even more. Or not even poor people, but just people who have enough money to put into this shit. And they're just gonna scam them. Like the amount of fucking crypto rug pulls that have like happened, it's like, how are people still falling for this shit?
GMT, interesting. $30 million gets deposited into this account, immediately start placing major bets that the market is going to go down. Why is this significant? Well, because at 14:57, this is only a few hours later, like 12 hours later, Trump posts on Truth Social that they are calculating a massive increase on Chinese tariffs.
Zoinks. That's really lucky. This account comes out of nowhere, swinging huge numbers, slinging big time fucking doubloons here on these shorts. And then shortly after, well, it looks like something might be happening to the market here with these potential...
Uneventful week has never sounded so good, better than seemingly daily shitstorms. Dude, I am just like begging for a day where I wake up and nothing like world breaking is happening, you know? Like I don't see a video of ICE fucking arresting a 15-year-old and chasing down a 15-year-old in their car and pulling him out of the car and arresting them. Like I don't want to wake up and see that a fucking Trump coin, bro made $190 million on fucking Trump coin because he rug pulled.
Tariffs that they're calculating.
Where I think this goes from suspicious to downright diabolical is the fact that at this point, the market dips a little bit because you have these threats of tariffs. But the person does not start closing out their shorts yet.
No, that's not weird. This trader's just got diamond hands. What? He's not going to close out his position based off of just that one tweet there. No, that wouldn't make any sense. He's just got strong paws to really grip onto his positions here.
Which I think is very interesting. If you place this huge short bet and then the president tweets something like this, you would think you would close out your order. But not only do they not do that, not only do they not close out their short, they continue to place short bets against Bitcoin. In fact, this person continues to short Bitcoin all the way up to 2049.23 GMT. Why is that significant, ladies and gentlemen? It's because 2049 is the last short he places, okay? 2050 GMT. A minute later, 1 minute later, Trump announces they're considering an 100% tariff on China, which of course tanks the market. And this person makes literally $190 billion in 24 hours.
Then over the course of the next half hour, they close out all of their shorts and they cash out big time. Jackpot. Wow, did they get lucky or what, huh? Man, I cannot believe the clinky dink there.
Dude, we've been cooked for a long fucking time, but now it's just, you know, worse.
Shorting all the way up until 1 minute before Trump's tweet. Jeez, some guys have all the luck. You would actually need to be the biggest fucking stupidest troglodyte on the planet to think that this was just like a lucky, you know, miracle trade here from this individual. This is clearly someone that had information about what was coming. The speculation is that it's Barron Trump. There's a lot of people that are providing their loose evidence that it's Barron. Nothing's confirmed on who this is, and I don't think there will ever be confirmation on who this was.
Nope.
But it doesn't take a galaxy brain 5-digit IQ genius to see this and recognize that the only way that something like this happens is if
the fact that people can watch like an entire video like this, for example, and still say that nah, you're wrong. Nah, this is all wrong. No, you're an idiot. It blows my mind.
That person had prior knowledge of what was coming. There is no other explanation for it. So while everyone else lost tons of money, some people lost everything. This crash was so colossal that some people took their own lives because of it.
Oh my
the
God.
The only way that someone went totally against the grain all the way up until 1 minute.
I mean, there are people who just liquidize everything and invest everything into crypto, so I guess that makes sense.
Before the fucking, bomb dropped from Trump here, is if they knew it was coming. Like, it's just, I think it is so clear. And the only way you could possibly think anything else is if you're already brainwashed and mind-controlled and stuck in a cult mentality. I really don't know what it will take to snap people out of this.
Well, that's the thing. There is nothing. Again, Trump can do what Griffith did. Trump can murder someone on stage. Trump can, do a Holocaust. And no one will fucking bat an eye. At least, MAGA won't bat an eye. They don't give a fuck. You can literally show video footage of Trump himself walking into one of the quote-unquote facilities, concentration camps, and he'll just get a rifle and mow down loads of people, and they'll be like, you know what? They deserved it, right? They were criminals and immigrants. They deserved it. And also, with how AI is developing, this is a whole other thing that actually I was talking to some friends with about last night, is everyone can now officially just say it's AI. So you can have pure video of evidence of someone doing something horrible, and then their argument is it's an AI video. Someone AI generated this video. It's not me. And that will be a actual thing that people can do and potentially get away with. It's just saying, well, that video is actually AI. So I don't know what you're talking about. Wasn't me. We are going down the fucking toilet, bro. It's scary. It's very scary.
The people that are just so far gone and willing to deny all the evidence of their eyes and ears, that they're constantly being told that they need to. Following these orders of just deny everything that you see and hear from this administration and everything going on. I don't know how you bring them back into, being able to think. Actually be able to think. It's fucking terrifying. It's actually extremely scary.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to yap about this morning. That's really about it. So, yeah.
Oh God, dude, you know it's getting bad when Charlie is getting into this shit. Dude, that's a good point. Look at this comment. Charlie has gone from criticizing Israel, which got the Hassan fan happy, then criticizing Hassan, which got the Asman fans happy, now finally to criticizing Trump, which will get Asman fans mad. Man is not trying to play in any group, just speaking genuinely. Super respect, Charlie. No one should be calling this guy a fence sitter now. I agree. I applaud Charlie. I applaud him so much. Bro is sticking to his guns and telling it how it is, regardless of what people think about it. I appreciate that, and I appreciate that he's not fence sitting anymore. I think that's great. I feel stuck. I can't move. I have no money, but I can't live here anymore. We're in the same boat. I don't have enough money to continue affording this house because my mortgage skyrocketed $2,000. My taxes skyrocketed. My electricity bill has skyrocketed. My water bill has skyrocketed. My bankruptcy payments have skyrocketed. Everything has raised like 50 to 60% of what it was. And not even talking about grocery prices, not even talking about just being able to take my son to school. It's fucking stupid, man. It's so dumb.